assuming it's recording. Oh, there we go. Just be like.
You know who you look like as the ref guy, the short ref guy that works here. He looks just like you.
He's as tall as me.
You're red, right?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to another Airsoft video here at Milsim City here in Utah. The next couple of videos are going to look a little grainy like this right here. It's because I was trying to experiment with my ISO resolution on my new camera. For those of you who don't know, I ended up breaking my GoPro Hero 3, the old version of it. I ended up breaking it, so I ended up picking up a GoPro Hero 4 Silver, I think is what it is. And there's so many more settings to it, so I ended up trying to figure out which one would be best for low light situations, and it's overexposed, as you guys can see. So the next couple of videos you'll probably hear me say that it's going to look kind of bad and grainy, because I was really trying to make it look good for, you know, low light situations. But I ended up fixing that, and this is all from Friday. Saturday's videos all look really crystal clear and good, so you guys will be able to tell the difference there. So, but the next couple of videos will be kind of grainy and overexposed like you see now. So basically what you're watching here was just a briefing. That was the owner of the field. Really awesome guy. He was just given the breakdown. Always goes over the safety rules. Very important. Safety first when it comes to playing Airsoft. If not, people can get hurt, and we don't want that. We want everybody to have fun here. So this was my very first match of the night. Friday night. Very good turnout of people. So here I poke out, go to shoot that guy, and realize my gun is still on safety. Another rookie move. So now that my gun is now off safety, I can actually try and shoot this guy, and I end up shooting the wall and missing completely. So between the gun being on safety and my bad aim, the guy got away. And then right here, hit.
You're kidding me!
Sorry, I'm gonna shoot you twice.
No, don't worry about it, man. Good shot.
So that's Isaac. Really awesome kid. I love playing with that guy. He is super fun. He ended up sneaking around behind me and shooting me in the back. So you can see how, and the reason I turned up my ISO settings and turned the brightness up on the camera is because about 2 weeks ago when we played, it was getting really dark. So I'm thinking that the field ended up fixing a lot of the lights that were broken, because it's really bright in here now, which I really like. There's still a couple of really dark areas here, but for the most part it's really looking good. I love how bright it is now. Really helps with the cameras. So I end up picking up a kill down there in that doorway. And sometimes if you see me just sitting like this, it's because I hear somebody coming, or I know somebody's coming around this corner, so I usually kind of just hang out and wait for them.
Watch that left side. In that room right there. I'm on your team.
So when I told that guy to watch your left side, I didn't expect him to go in guns blazing. I just was telling him to watch that left side, but I thought that was pretty cool. He went running in there blazing. So this is just a simple TDM, team deathmatch. This was the very first game on Friday night. The beginning of it was a little slow. There was maybe, you know, half a dozen people, and then about an hour later it just exploded. Tons and tons of people showed up for a Friday night game. Really awesome. That's why you're not seeing a whole lot of people right now. And this is what kind of makes things a little hard, because you don't know where people are at when there's this, you know, few people. They could be anywhere. And as you guys can see, the map has changed. All of this right here used to be super, super close quarter and like the buildings were close. They've actually spread the whole center of the map out. They pushed all these buildings out from away from each other, so now it's super open through here. So I'm trying to shoot this guy's foot. I see him just behind the car right there.
2 down, 2 down.
And then Brianna's telling me to watch my right side here after picking up those couple of kills. Right there, I could have sworn I hit that guy, but I guess I didn't. He just missed me. If you heard, you just heard the ricochet just off the corner of the wall there. Unfortunately, with how overexposed the camera is right now, it's super bright over there, so you can't even really see who I'm shooting at right now.
Crossing over.
I always like to let my teammates know when I'm crossing over so I don't get friendly fired. Or if I'm going to be crossing into their line of fire, I always try to let them know. Because I've been friendly fired so many times by crossing, you know, trying to cross an alleyway or something like that. So I always try to communicate with my team members. So here I'm having a hard time.
You do it again?
So I'm having a hard time trying to find people because there's not a whole lot of people right now. And at the same time, I'm also trying not to push up too hard. I don't want to push up into their spawn area either, so I kind of make an imaginary line for myself that I don't want to cross, because there's nothing worse than just pushing into their spawn and just getting spawn trapped. I've had it happen to me, and I've been on the other side of that. I've been on both sides of the spectrum. Another thing you'll notice too with the camera is, besides it being overexposed right now, is it's super zoomed in. I was trying a narrow point of view, which makes it much more shakier. Or I don't know really if that's even a right word, shaky. I guess just more shaky. But on Saturday's footage, I actually put it on medium view and then dropped the ISO limit down a little bit, so it really looks good and puts a good zoom on the camera. I think you guys will like it. So here, as you guys can see, I'm shooting at the guy in that door frame right there. I'm shooting his gun and hitting his gun. Yep, and he's out.
1 down.
Gun hits do not count, but if you want to be technical, if you do get hit in the gun, you're supposed to take the magazine out of your gun and rack it, and then put the gun back, or your magazine back in again. But people don't really enforce that. I do it just for the fun factor of it. If I get hit in the gun, I'll drop it and go to my sidearm, or I'll drop my magazine completely and change to a brand new one.
You good?
So as you guys can see, I'm still struggling to try and find enemies. We've got some of our friendly players. I don't know if you noticed the guy who went sprinting across the hallway just ahead of me. Their spawn is just on the other side of that building, so I'm trying not to push too hard in there. That's why I'm kind of like making an imaginary line right here. I don't want to cross too far and really get in their face. And then Brianna just got hit from over here somewhere. So I'm trying to figure out where she got hit from. You really got to be careful with your trigger finger here too, man. You get people running at you from all different directions, and you've really got to identify your targets before you open fire on people. So there was a guy coming up on the right there, but the guy behind me in the jail ended up picking him off. I just can't seem to find anybody. And that's their spawn right there. Where you saw those guys standing out in the open, that's where they're spawning at. So that's why I'm trying not to push any further. Sure, I can run straight into this room and work my way around there, but there's no fun in shooting them as soon as they come out of their spawn. I want to give them a chance to get out of there. So right where I'm shooting at, just behind that wall is their spawn. End up picking up a kill right there. Right where that guy's poking out, just to the right there. And I accidentally bonus BB'd that guy as he was walking by. So technically where I'm at, I'm like way exposed right now. Anybody could walk into these rooms to my right or my far right. Right there, prime example. I think he saw me and then didn't know what to do. So I'm taking a little bit of a retreat here to fall back. There he is again, and there they are on the right.
What's that room you're crawling into?
And then right here.
One down. I didn't think I actually got that.
I turned and shot him one time and actually made the shot. So this guy right here, man, he is like super fast and super agile. Like he like jumps through all the biggest windows and sprints all over the place like all the time.
Right here.
Definitely very energetic.
That white wall is, they can crawl through a window and come right there at you from right there.
So this little guy here, just a rental player, I was just letting him know to keep an eye on that right side. They can crawl through that window, and super cool. So now he's got a beat on that window. I like to kind of let people know that might be new to the map to look out for these key points.
Watch that open too over here too, that straight across, they can get a cross shot on you.
Unfortunately, their team is really just pushed back in their spawn right now. And like I said, I'm really trying not to push too hard over there.
You got a bunch of them coming in this room right here. Friendly. Got me right here.
I ended up getting shot in the back of the hand, and I was trying to flag Brianna to quit shooting that was our teammate that was over there. So I'm back in the game again. Working my way back to where I was just a minute ago. This is a little bit of a slower match for the night, as you guys can tell. Not a lot of people to shoot at, not a lot of action just yet. Especially if I'm able to just walk through the map like this. You know it's a little slow. I'm trying to wave at this guy to let him know that I'm friendly. Got a couple guys right here. Pick up one, and there's one more behind the pole.
One down.
Right there. No idea what he was doing. I think I hit the pole, but he took off and ran back to spawn, so.
Did I get you?
And then right there, I end up taking just a round shot and end up shooting Isaac in the face right there. Barely, just barely. And then I took a shot and we traded out with each other.
You okay? Yeah. Okay.
I left that little part in because I always like to check on people. Anytime I see people having gun problems or I see somebody sitting on the ground looking like they're hurt, I always ask people if they're okay. Little things like that actually mean a lot to people. You know, they usually come to me afterwards and say, hey, thanks for checking on me. I appreciate that. I always like to make sure people are having a good time, and if he's got gun problems, even though I know nothing about guns, I like to try and offer my assistance and try and help them when I can. And by me simply just asking if he's okay, you know, at least lets him know that I'm concerned if he's, you know, his gun's down. I ended up shooting this kid in the shoulder blade. Right here is a super awesome moment. Pay attention to this part.
Nice. Good shot, buddy. Nice one. Good job.
I don't know if you guys heard him say yes just after that.
Crap.
So basically what happened there is I shot his little buddy, and then me and him traded out. He actually shot me in the face. You could tell he got hurt at the beginning of it, but I immediately was like, oh man, nice shot, and high-fived him. Immediately it took the pain away from him, and he was now excited that he shot, you know, somebody with gear.
You just called yourself out. You're back in?
So there I was a little confused. As you guys saw, I didn't even shoot him. I shot the wood next to him. But he got shot from somewhere else, and then you saw him put his hands up, and then he saw me, he took a shot at me, and then took off again. So that's why I was like, you're calling yourself out, you put your hands up, and then he went taking off again. So I was a little confused there.
We got two in this corner room right here.
Like I said, I saw that they were littler kids, so I wasn't too, you know, upset or concerned about it. I just was confused because I didn't want to shoot him again if he was out, but I saw him put his hands up and then take off. And then right here,
over there.
the name of the video, I get domed by a friendly.
It's alright. I tried to say crossing, but... No, I heard you it's alright. I will never forget myself. Dude, don't worry about it. It's okay.
So I ended up letting him know, hey man, I'm going to cross over and move down that alleyway to grab those two people that ran off. And he was like, all right, go ahead. So as soon as I crossed, he opened fire and shot me point blank in the side of the head. And he felt really bad. If you heard him, he said he'll never forgive himself. It's not a big deal. I'm just glad I didn't get shot in the neck or something that close. So I'll take a helmet shot any day. But I ended up thinking I picked that guy off right there. I didn't see a confirmed kill, but my shots were pretty on point with that one. And then I ended up getting friendly fired again. Like I said, that's the bad thing about trying to cross over some of these sections, is you get friendly fired a lot from people that'll sit behind that car and shoot at people.
One down.
End up picking a long range kill off down there by the tires. Now in this room, right where I'm aiming, I wish that was a door more than a window. I have a really hard time getting through those big tall windows. I think a door would be super cool to have right there. Because now I have to go around just like this. Right there, if that was a door, I'd be able to just walk through it. But so now I'm going to start clearing out this little back hallway here and see if there's anybody back here.
Okay.
I'm glad he said friendly because I was moving up on him.
Clear.
So as you guys can see how grainy it is, it's because it's really dark back here, so the camera's trying to fight for light with that ISO setting that I've got turned up really high. You can at least see what's going on, but it gets really grainy. So here I draw my pistol and I hear somebody on the other side of this wall over here.
One down.
So I end up leaning
team,
out
team.
and end up picking up 1 kill there. My buddy got shot, and I hear multiple targets on the other side of this wall here. I end up missing my shot right there and giving away my position. Go back to my rifle. And I hear people to my left still. Didn't realize there was that many people on the other side of the wall, so I ended up making a little bit of a retreat here because now they know I'm there. Draw my pistol back out, and I take cover on the left side of this wall, so they have to make a hard right, almost like a U-turn into this room to see where I'm at. So the reason you keep seeing me look to my right is I want to make sure they're not trying to flank around the building and come inside the window on me. So now my concern is that I've fallen back. Now they're just sitting right here, so I end up going low, poke around the window.
Multi down.
See, now I don't know what happened there. I shot 3 of them, all 3 of them, and then they kind of just walk off around the corner.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I think the other 2 just went back to loadout. I don't know what happened with that, but it was kind of strange. And then all of a sudden one of them starts opening fire again, so I have no idea what happened there. But at any rate, guys, I'm going to let the rest of this play out here. And then here, I make an amazing headshot on this guy poking out. Boop! Right in his head. But at any rate, guys, thank you guys for watching another Airsoft video.
One down.
We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everybody.